Hello everyone. Today we are going to look at the use of pointers with arrays. Now, in order to make use of pointers with arrays, we have to know some concepts. One is how to give the address of the array to the pointer. Now here you can look, I am giving the address of the array in two ways. P is equal to address of A0. It means I am giving the address of the 0 position value 4 to the pointer P. Or I can write directly P is equal to A. Both ways it will be the same. P is equal to A doesn't mean that the entire array will go into the pointer. It automatically takes the address of the 0 position of the array. And in order to access the values of the array, I have used here 4 ways. First, let's look at the program. I have declared here a normal pointer P and then the array A with 10 values which are randomly arranged. Then I have declared here some variables. P is equal to address of A0 or P is equal to A. Either of them can be used. Then I am using the for loop in order to print all the values. See, with this person D, I am writing a asterisk P plus I. P plus I, P is standing at 0 position and I also is at 0 position. So 0 plus 0 remains at 0 position, and with star it is going to pick up the value 4. Then with I plus plus I becomes 1. P is still at, let me first of all tell you this thing also. I plus P is also the same thing. I is 0, P is also 0, asterisk will take the value of the 0 position. Then this is the array type of syntax. P square bracket I will also print the same value. Or you can write I square bracket P. All the 4 syntaxes that I have used here, all of them will print the same value. When I becomes 1, 1 less than 10, P is still at 0 position. It will never move forward. So 0 plus 1 becomes 1. That means P is going to move forward, pick up the value 5 with the help of asterisk. It will remain at 0 position, but it will only extend its hand and pick up the value at first position. Right? So let's see what the output comes. Let me make some changes, otherwise it will be a mess to see on the screen. Now you can see all the values are printed one below the other, but 4 values are being printed of the same value because of the 4 syntaxes that I have used. That means either you write asterisk P plus I, or you write asterisk I plus P, or you write P of I, or you write I of P. Either of the ways is the same, it is going to give the same value at I position. Now, one concept that you people have to understand is array itself acts as a pointer. Even if I don't give the address of A0 to P, A itself behaves like a pointer. I can write here A plus I. A is my array name. I plus A of I, or I of A. Either of the ways, all the values will be printed again the same way. That means even if you don't give the address of the array to a pointer, the array itself behaves like a pointer. Now let's see the next program. This is a bubble sort program which I am going to do with pointer. I have got the same array A having random values and the pointer P. P is equal to A. Now you people already know either I can give P is equal to address of A0 or P is equal to A. The same value will be given. This is bubble sort loop. If P of J is greater than P of J plus 1, have a look at it. I am using my pointer P just like an array. T is equal to asterisk P plus J. That second syntax or the first syntax that I am using, asterisk P plus J. That means P is going to go to 0 position and with asterisk it is going to pick up the value. Then asterisk P plus J is equal to pj plus 1. You can interchange either ways of the syntaxes. Then asterisk p plus j plus 1 is equal to t. And at the end, with the help of for loop, I am going to print asterisk I plus p. Or I can write p of I just like the array. So I am getting all the values in ascending order now, which were present in the array in random order. Now let's see the third program. This program is for character array. If you have a character array, you will have to use a character pointer. So the pointer depends on the data type also. After taking the string from the user, I am giving the address of this array to p. What am I doing in this program? I am going to count the length of the string without strlen. So for I is equal to 0, and here we have to check that until and unless we do not reach the null character which is present at the end of the character array, till then the loop keeps going. So p plus I means asterisk p plus I not equal to null. So what it will do? I is presently 0, p is also 0. So at 0 position it is going to pick up a value with the help of asterisk and check whether that value is not a null character. If it is not a null character, it will come below and increment the counter L. L was 0, L will become 1. With I plus plus, I moves to first position, p is still at 0 position, so 0 plus 1 is 1. With asterisk, it is going to pick up the value at 1 position and check whether it is a null character or not. If it is not a null character, again it will come inside and increment the value of L. So it keeps going till it reaches the end of the character array where a null character is automatically placed by C. So whatever the length has been calculated will be printed here. So let's run this program. If I give here a string hello, the length is 5, and exactly the length of hello is 5. This same program I can do this way also, that without using an I loop I can write asterisk p not equal to null. P presently is having the address of 0 position of your character array. That means h of hello. So it is going to check whether this h is not equal to null. Yes, it is true. L will increment and become 1. With p plus plus, I am moving my pointer to the first position automatically. Permanently, it will move to the first position. Then with asterisk p, it is going to pick up that value of first position e and check whether it is not a null character. If it is not a null character, L will increment and it will become 2. And so on. Now by this process what happens is the pointer will permanently move to the null character at the end. This is not just like the previous program that we saw just now, where with the help of I it is only picking up the value but remaining at 0 position. Here if I try to print my pointer, I'll get nothing on the screen. The length is 5, but the array, I'm not getting anything over here. It's a blank. And in the previous program, if I try to print here my pointer, printf %sp, and I write here hello, I'm getting the word hello with the help of that pointer, because here the pointer did not move permanently to null character. It is only with the help of I loop that it was extending itself, picking up that value and coming back to the 0 position. But in the program which I have shown you just now, here P is permanently moving to each and every location and ultimately it will land to the null character position. Right? Now let's see one more program of this session. Suppose we have to enter a character array and we have to copy it to another string. So we'll take 2 character arrays and 2 pointers. Here in the first array I'm going to get the value from the user. I'll give the address of C to P, and I need one more pointer, and I'll give the address of D to Q. We'll find out the length of C. L is equal to, and with for I is equal to 0, I less than L, I plus plus, we'll copy the values of P pointer into Q pointer. So asterisk Q plus I is equal to asterisk P plus I. Or we can also write, if we want, Q square bracket I is equal to P of I, the same way as we write in arrays. At the end of this for loop, in Q's ending position, we have to store a null character, because null character of first string is not copied into the other. No string gives its null character to the other string. You have to put a null character at the end. And now if we write with puts is also a function like printf %s to print your string. Even if I write puts q or I write puts d, which was having the address, d's address was in q, both of them will show the same value. Let me put a CLR SCR. Sorry. Now here if I write welcome, welcome has been copied to Q pointer, and through Q pointer the value has been received in D array. So it's not a tough thing. You just have to understand, once you give the address of your arrays to the pointers can behave just like arrays, and you can use either of the syntaxes. Either you use Q of I is equal to P of I, or you can use asterisk Q plus I is equal to asterisk P plus I, right? And at the end, while copying, you will have to write asterisk Q plus I is equal to null. So this was all in this today's session. Keep practicing with the program so that you can get a good idea that how to use pointers with arrays. We'll meet in the next session. Thank you.